Hey guys, welcome back. SCROG School Season 6, Episode 1. Sorry I've been a little away for a little while, but things kind of got a little bit hectic here, and I'm ready to start another run and get some flowers going here, man. I rented a product and it's time to get going. So, a few different things in my SCROG room this time. We do not have the living soil beds anymore. Remember, there was a 4x4 in this section and a 3x3 in that corner. I've taken out the living soil beds for this run. I might bring them back again because I did love it. It was just like, it's hard to teach with living soil because it's nothing to, you don't do anything. You just add water to it, right? So the only thing I could teach is pretty much how to scrog and all that kind of stuff, which is what SCROG School is all about. But I do like using I'm using Athena nutrients, but for general, I like using synthetic nutrients sometimes, which you get your hands on, right? I like my hands on. I like to hand water. It's something that I love doing. So with the living soil bed, it was just so simple, which is a good thing. If you're a home grower and you want to grow really easily way, get some living soil, you're laughing, man. There's nothing easier than that. But for this run, like I said, we'll be using the Athena blended line. I've used that for 3 years straight now. They're a sponsor of SCROG School. So we're going to continue using their product, which I do love. I've used their Pro line and the blended line. I don't see a huge difference between the both of them, but I would say that if I was using hydroponics, I'd probably be using the Pro line. It's a little bit cleaner, and that's the only main difference I would think about. But first, let's see who's in here. It's coming in. Stoker Grow, what's up, man? First guy I saw. Double A, how's it going? Nectified Farmer, how's it going? Jesse Brown, John Lindsay. Man, thanks everyone for jumping in again. First time SCROG School has been on Northern SCROG YouTube channel for probably close to 2.5 years, so it's nice to bring it back to its home, right? I have SCROG Schools on the Seedsman YouTube channel, SCROG Schools over on the AC Infinity YouTube channel. If you miss any of the previous seasons, like I said, this is season 6 now, so if you miss any of the previous seasons, you can just go over to Seedsman YouTube channel, AC Infinity YouTube channel, or I think I have SCROG School Season 1 and 2 on this channel. So now we're up to 6. So everybody, grab your bongs, grab your joints, and enjoy this episode. Okay, so during this episode, we will be going over germinating my seeds, getting them all started, right up to the point of right before I transplant. Okay, so this is something that new growers really struggle on, is starting seeds. And to be honest, I did too when I first started growing. I struggled with seeds as well. So this episode is all about germinating. I'm going to give you guys some tricks, less water is best, just a few of the things that I do. It's all in the videos that I'm about to show now. But before that, I just want to go over a few things that are in this room that are new. We have a 4x4 Grow Tent Pro from VivoSun right here. I'll be doing one scrog in it under a 4x4 screen. We also have the Arrow Wing. This is the AW400 SE from VivoSun. My first time running, it's going to be a long time since it's been a long time since I ran a board style light, like a QB. So this is going to be a long time, but this light's kind of cool. We'll get more into that during SCROG School season. We're getting into a whole bunch of stuff. I got some fans in here. I got the exhaust fan in here. We have a 10-inch exhaust fan up here that we replaced. And then we have these bar style lights. These are 400. These are the AW400, or VivoSun, the 400, what is it? The 400 SE. Which seem to be nice. I have them all daisy chained. There's 3 of them right here. 1, 2, 3. They're all daisy chained together, so I just control them all with one light. One light controls them all, which is kind of cool. All lights daisy chained, but actually this is the first time that I ever actually put the daisy chain to work. Did this thing stop? Oh, we're good. So yeah, so that's all new here. We got all my fans are VivoSun. VivoSun's a new sponsor to the channel. So I'm excited to have them on board, and they are coming out with some awesome new products in the future here that you guys need to stay tuned for. And if you do shop at VivoSun, you can always use that code SCROG and save a little bit of extra on your order. Okay, so germinating seeds. So many different ways of doing this. There's no right way, there's no wrong way, there's your way or the way that you prefer, right? I do it many ways. Like in all these SCROG schools that I've had, I've probably done it different way in like almost every single time. I might have used the can more than once. Like this season we used the can. But I've done it the paper towel method. I've done it by just putting my seed right in the dirt. I've done it all the ways, and all the ways work. But for this season, I'm going to show you guys the can method, which is super simple. So I'm going to show you guys that coming up here. And then, and yeah, so this season is going to be a little bit different in terms of all of my hands-on work. I'm going to record throughout the week as I'm working on the plants. I'm going to record what I'm doing, just so I can have good quality, and you can easily see what I'm doing. Sometimes when I'm live and I'm trying to move my cameras around, the camera will kick out, my audio might kick out, something kicks out, and things just don't go as I want to when I'm trying to show you guys an exact step on scrogging. So before I get too far, what is scrogging? There's so many new growers. I have a lot of new people watching right now probably. Scrogging is a way to maximize your grow space. So a lot of people have a plant limit. If you do not have a plant limit and you have a massive grow space, you might not want to utilize the SCROG technique. You might want to get some trellis nets or just grow in a big, huge space and just let them fly, right? But for me, I have a plant count, and years and years and years ago, before cannabis was legalized, you definitely didn't want to grow a lot. You only want to grow a minimal amount. I was growing like 1 or 2 at the most, right? But I used a SCROG screen. So my plants always grew underneath a screen and a frame, always. My pot was always sitting under here, and as soon as my plants would try to come and reach over this screen right here, I would just tuck it under the next screen, and I'd just keep on tucking my branches underneath this screen to keep them level, and it would grow like a vine. It does grow like a vine. Like if a lot of you guys and girls are returning to SCROG schools, you've seen me do this 6 times now. You know what's going to happen. So the plants are going to go under like just like a vine, man. It's honestly, it's amazing how it works. And then once you've flipped to that flower time, it's all just going to be colas that are rising off the top of the screen, all colas. So therefore, you're not going to be wasting your time by growing plants, and then all of a sudden you're weaving your branches. See, I tuck, I don't weave. But a lot of people are using trellis nets, and they're weaving their branches up through a screen, right? And then by the time they flip to flower and they get, say, like 30 days into flower, sometimes their plants are like hitting the top of their light or even growing through their light. And some guys or girls will say, oh, that's normal, I tried to do that. No, they didn't. They didn't want that plant to get that close to the light, and it happens a lot. So the cannabis or the scrogging technique will help you with that canopy height control. I never run that high and almost hit my light unless I'm not scrogging it, right? It's all, or like sometimes if you get your plants too high into the light, you're gonna start super cropping, and then you're gonna start like breaking branches when your plant's already in flower mode, which is a terrible idea because you're gonna stress your plant out right in flower mode, which is gonna potentially harm your plants. So scrogging is a way to maintain that canopy height. It's a way to maximize your grow space, because instead of just growing vertical, you're growing horizontal. And then you're just gonna fill that whole screen full of buds, the whole thing just full of buds. So you're maximizing your plant, you're maximizing your space, but now you're maximizing your light that you bought, because you're gonna fill that whole 4x4 section with a light that covers, say, a 4x4 area. You'll fill that whole 4x4 section up with just top colas. So it's not like every single cola is going to turn into like potentially a top bud. Even the lower nodes of these branches that you'll see later on in SCROG School Season 6, you'll see that I even saved my first node on these plants, and they become a huge thick branch that has probably like 6 or 7 colas on that one big branch. And that's my first node. that normally people would defoliate and remove. So I keep it all. And it's all because I train my plants young, which is all about SCROG School, which is all about episode number 2, is transplanting and training plants. So the SCROG technique is actually an awesome way to grow your plants, especially if you have a plant limit. You're going to utilize everything in your room. You're going to maximize everything that you purchase, your lights, your tent. You're going to fill the whole tent up with one plant in a 4x4. You can walk away with 8 or 10 ounces easy. Last SCROG School season, I had a plant right here. I probably got like at least a pound off it. My living soil beds, I got a pound off those plants easy. And that is under a 2-month veg. I don't veg for a long time. I veg for a very short period of time because I keep my screens low. So this looks low. That's how low I keep my screens almost. 4 to 8 inches off the top of my pot. I like to keep it 4 to 6, but if I'm recommending to a new grower, around 7 to 8 inch mark off the top of your pot is where you want to put your screen. That's only like this much, right? That's nothing. That's nothing. But when those plants reach that screen, they're only, say, a month old, and then I continue tucking for a couple of weeks to fill most of that screen up to only 50% full, or say like 70, 80% full, and then I flip it to flower. I continue tucking during that flower stretch to maintain my canopy, but also fill out my screen more. I normally don't want to wait until this screen is 100% full before I flip to flower. Because if I wait for this screen to be 100% full and then I flip to flower, the plants are going to stretch beyond the screen. And then they're going to have nowhere to go, so they're just going to go up. And then your whole canopy is going to be thrown off, your evenness is gone. So that's just one of the reasons why I like to only fill my screens up to say 70 to 80% full, and then I flip to flower to fill that 20% in. Okay, but we're gonna get there. Like, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself right now by thinking that, but like or even talking about that. But we're gonna get there, and I'm gonna teach it all. And this season's gonna even be better because each of my SCROG School episodes is gonna have some nice videos with good detail showing me tucking branches, working on branches. Every day I come in, I'll just set my camera up and I'm gonna do my work, and then it's just gonna come into one big video for that week of SCROG School, and then we're just gonna continue on. So there might not be that many episodes. We're going to do episodes every 2 weeks, but every episode will be packed with information. There's going to be really no downtime per se, right? All right, so with that being said, if anyone in the chats right now, or not even right now, but if anyone in the chat throughout this episode has any comments or any questions in regards to scrogging, you can put them in the comment section in like capitalized letters, and it'll be easier for me to pick them out, and then I can save them for when the germination video ends, and then we can go over a few questions, right? And then we'll have giveaways at the end. But right now we're going to watch this video of pretty much just starting my seeds. I'm going to tell you what kind of seeds I'm using, all that kind of stuff. This is the video of all about it, so enjoy the video, guys. Guys, here we go, season 6 of SCROG School. We're gonna do some germinating. Easy task. I'm gonna be using the can, which makes it that much easier. First, I want to explain what we will be running. Okay, so this is the Soulfire Pineapple Pucker. It's going to be exciting for that one. Next one, we got another Soulfire genetics. We will be doing the Lungbuster. I've heard so many good things about Soulfire. I have to give it a try. Once again, we'll be doing Seedsman. This is where we get all these strains from. The Soulfire from Seedsman. Next, we're doing the in-house genetics. That's all from Seedsman, guys. But I always run a Seedsman strain as well. This one's the Black Sugar 2.0. I have ran this before, but it is an awesome strain. So I want to see what it's like under the SCROG, because last time I did it, I did not SCROG this plant. So then last but not least, we have some in-house genetics. This one is called the Sugarcane. So in-house genetics, Sugarcane, we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully she scrogs well. Once again, I've heard great things. All these genetics are available at seedsman.com. If you use that code SCROG, you save yourself some money at checkout. Also supports the channel huge, and I appreciate it so much, so thank you for that. All right, let's get into it. I already have everything labeled on here. That's really smart to do because it's easy to forget where you put things, what strains you use, what number you put them in the can, because the can's all labeled. So I just want to make sure that I get all this the numbers in here properly and everything laid out correctly. So let's start with number 1, which is the pineapple pucker. We're just gonna grab the pineapple pucker right here. This one's a lung buster, pineapple pucker, boom, drop it out. Nice packaging. Comes with 6 seeds. I'm actually gonna put in 3 seeds. So this is gonna go in the number 1. Normally when I pick out my seeds, I try to pick the best ones, which is kind of hard to pick best ones because I just try to go for like darker seeds myself. I like darker the better in my mind, but that's just a preference thing normally. Okay, so I'm just gonna tip it over here and just get 3 of these seeds out because they all actually look really, really good. They're all dark like I like. They all look excellent. So I'm just gonna put these right into the number 1 slot, which the number 1 slot's not labeled, so it's easy to tell. 1 and then 2 is right beside it, so put them all in there. Boom, 3 of them right in there. Let's move along. We're doing the lung buster now. So once again, we'll just grab out these seeds. Easy packaging, open up. Okay, we're gonna do 3 again. I got 6 in here. We're just gonna try to pop 3 and see how it goes, because I wouldn't mind saving some of these if they do real nice, right? I can save 3 seeds for another time. Okay, so it's just gotta be careful with this here. There we go. 3 of them. Put them in the number 2 slot. Perfect. Moving on, Black Sugar 2.0, the Seedsman genetic right here. Okay, so we're gonna open that up. This is a good one. I've had it before, like I said, so I'm excited to SCROG it out. Looks like we got around 6 seeds as well. So I'm just gonna pull out the first 3 that come out and then putting them right in that number 3 slot. Okay, here we go, twist it around. Number 3 slot right there, done. Put these back in the bag, just like that. Put in the package. Okay, last but not least, in-house genetics. Let's get them in there. Lots of good things I've heard about in-house genetics. Never ran them. Excited. It's gonna be cool. So let's see how many we get in here. Okay, it looks like there's only 3. Yeah, there's only 3, so we're gonna pop all 3. Okay, so that goes into the number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're all in. So that's it for that. Everything's labeled. I got it all marked down. Should be easy for me to come back. I'm gonna put them in the can now, so let's get that done. So with the can, there's a halfway notch that stops, and the other notch goes all the way through. And that's the same as the actual container. It has a notch that goes all the way to the top, and then one that just does not go all the way to the top. So you wanna set your tray in right in the grooves that they are supposed to be into, and then it kind of just sinks itself. So if you watch, it's just gonna sink right down by itself in place. You might have to adjust it a little bit, but she's sinking right now. You can't see it, but it's a slow process, but she's going down. And then your seeds are going to float. Okay, so now that the green part of the can is sunk into the actual holder itself, all my seeds are floating, and I'm just gonna go ahead and close my lid right now. I'm gonna close my lid and I'm gonna check on it tomorrow at some point. Cans also come with a heat pad that you can put underneath it, but I don't really need to use the heat pad because right now my room is warm enough. We're sitting in here at like 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Everything's gonna pop just fine at that temperature. So I'm just gonna leave it here for a few days, and then we're gonna come back to it tomorrow. I'm gonna check on them, and I bet you any money that some of the seeds will have sunk down to the bottom. And if that's the case, if all my seeds have sunk, then I'm gonna drain some water out of it and then refill the water to another level. But we're gonna show you guys that process as it happens. But right now we got the first step done. Cleaned up my little tiny mess here, put my seeds away, and then we'll do the next step. Okay guys, so this is day 2 of putting my seeds in the can. I'm just gonna check it out. I probably gotta do a few steps to continue on with the germination. It's the first time I opened the lid since my video yesterday, which I would say would be like 14 hours ago-ish or so. Okay, so let's just pop the can open here. All right, so all the seeds have definitely sunk. A few of them, I don't know if you guys can see in there, but there's a few with the little white tips sticking out. So right now what I'm gonna do is dump this water out, but first I gotta take out this piece and let it strain, kinda. Let the water strain away as much as it can. Okay, just set that right in the lid there. This water here, this water has to go. So I have a little bucket down here. Dump that water out. Yeah, I brought my Northern SCROGer cup. You find these mugs at northernscrogger.com. All right, so now I'm gonna fill this up to the first notch without spilling too much water. Right there. Okay, that's why I brought paper towel. Okay, so just enough water just to keep the water going. Okay, so now I'm gonna place the can back in its holder here, close the lid, and then I will come back tomorrow. Okay guys, so now it's the next day after we drained the water from the can to the second level. So now we're gonna check out our seeds. Everything should be popped in here, and we're gonna be transplanting them into the solo cups. Okay, so let's open it up. Oh yeah, everything looks really good actually in here. Okay, so let's get going. The only thing I never did was get labels, so I have to do that. Okay, so let's continue. We're gonna transplant the pineapple pucker first. This is the top of the list. So what I did with my solo cups, I didn't fill them all the way to the top because the seedlings are gonna stretch a little bit, and I'm gonna backfill the rest of it up, which I'll show you guys during this series, right? So right now I'm just gonna make a nice little hole right in the center. I have my label on for pucker punch. We're gonna go right in the center. Right now this is Pro Mix I'm using. I'm growing in cocoa for the most of the run, but I always start my seeds in Pro Mix. So I'm just going to make a nice little hole. Then we're gonna grab one of these seeds, nice and gently. Then I'm just gonna tap it in here. These tap roots are actually super long, so like I gotta make my hole a lot bigger. You can use anything to make a hole with. Make a nice hole. Nice and deep, because these things are deep already, long tap roots. Some say don't touch the tap root, you kill the whole thing. That's kind of true, you don't really want to touch it that much, but if you're gentle enough, you're gonna be all right. Just to pick it up and get it in there. I've always done it like this, no issue, so I'm not too concerned. That's 2 of the pucker punch. Going for the 3rd right now. For anything, I try to grab the seedling by the head, not by the root, obviously. Drop it in there, backfill just a little bit, to touch just like that. Okay, there we go. All 3 of them are done. Just go on to, let's skip the lung buster for now because there's not really any of that ready. Okay, so let's just go to number 3, which is the black sugar. All right, so I got black sugar here, and black sugar here. Nice and gentle. Some nice taproot. Boom. Perfect. Last one. Taproot's not too long on this last one, so I'm just gonna pretty much bury it right at the top. These are pretty much exactly what all of the Soulfire Lung Buster look like. Okay, so number 4 is my sugar cane. 1, 2, 3. 3 sugar canes. All 3 popped. In-house genetics. Okay, so I have 2 solo cups left. Let's mark them LB for Lung Buster. LB, and I know the one that's not marked is a Lung Buster. So I know that they haven't germinated all the way, but I'm still gonna just drop them in just like so. I'm gonna show you guys what they look like actually. They did open, they did crack. You see that one cracked, this one kind of cracked. They all kind of split. They all split. So I'm gonna put them all in. I'm actually gonna put 2. I'm gonna put 2 of them in this one. Hopefully one takes. I know that my Pro Mix is a little bit damp. It's not wet. What I'm gonna do right now is just spray the top a little bit. Get it a little bit more moist. Pretty much right where I put those seedlings, because like it's not soaked. I don't have my soil soaked. It's just barely damp on the top surface. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of water, pretty much right where I put those seedlings with a little mister bottle. I'm not gonna disturb the surface too much where I just planted the seeds. I want to keep the soil just like how I left it when I backfilled it. But I want to keep it damp now. Not soaked, I want to keep it damp. And then in about 3 days from now, I'll be able to actually give a good watering. Once these seedlings all start to sprout and come up and stuff like that, I'll be able to give them a good drink in a few days, to the point of like having runoff come out of the bottom of the cups. Just get it right soaked. At that same time, depends on how stretched the seedlings are coming out of these solo cups, I'll be able to backfill a little bit more and put more soil in here to support the little stems that are gonna be coming up. So that's why I don't fill it to the rim, because then when it's filled to the rim, seedlings always tend to stretch and they get real stretchy. So by doing this, filling it 3/4 full, you have that 1/4 of a cup to backfill that stretchy seedling. We're pretty much good here. So I use Pro Mix because seedlings don't need any nutrients right now. No nutrients needed at this stage. They're just gonna grow in here and build a bunch of roots for me. Okay, so now I want to trap in humidity, right? So how I trap in humidity is easy with sandwich baggies. I just use sandwich baggies. All I do is open it up, 1, 2 sprays of water inside of it, and then right over top of the soil cup. Sometimes I pinch the ends a little bit, just like that, so it actually holds in the air, or holds it in there, and that's it. So I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna do this to all of my soil cups, and then every day or so I'll come in and I might spray these bags, keep the humidity trapped, give the bags a couple little sprays each day, you know, maybe a couple times a day, depends however I feel like it, really. You don't gotta soak them, you don't gotta soak anything. Seedlings are drowned, they don't need a whole bunch of water, they just need to stay damp. Okay, so I'll give you a little demonstration of what I mean by how you know how you can close the sandwich baggie? So I just close it off just enough, like that, right till it's tight to the cup. There's still airflow getting up in there. It's just not gonna be a whole bunch of airflow. It's gonna dry out my humidity. I want to trap it in there, kind of like a greenhouse effect. So many different ways of doing this. You can do like the domes, like you guys seen me do in previous SCROG school seasons. I've used like humidity domes and a whole bunch of different kind of techniques. This is just the basic of the basic. You don't need to buy humidity domes. You don't need all that kind of stuff. You just need some solo cups and some sandwich baggies and some water. That's all you really need. And we're going to show you guys during the SCROG school season right here. All these seeds will probably be popping through this soil, I'd say either tomorrow or the next day for sure. Right now my cups, they are super light because they're not, even at, like at the bottom of these cups, they're not wet at all. There's no water down there. It's like dry. So in the area where the seedlings are, that's wet right now. All right, that's it. Now what I'm gonna do is actually slide this whole tray right over, and I'm gonna put it underneath a light. I have that light super low. I don't really need to have a light on right now because the seedlings are gonna pop through the soil, but it's okay to put a light on at this stage. And I'm gonna run that light for 24/7. I'm gonna have that light going the whole time during this next stage right here of the growth. I have a beautiful light above me that I'm just gonna leave on, let it run, and yeah, see what happens. So I'll come back in tomorrow. I'll probably see a few of these seedlings pop through the soil already, and then I'll show you guys the next step when we get to that step. So sweet, let's keep it going. Okay guys, so I have now taken off all the baggies off the solo cups, and everything in here has pretty much started to sprout. I even have one of my lung busters is kind of popping through the soil now, but the other one, which is right here, I can see the seedling head, but it's not moving much. But everything else is fully up and we're rocking. So what I need to do right now is do what I said that I was going to do with my solo cup. So remember how I said I only fill it like 3/4 full because the seedlings like to stretch. So now I'm going to fill it this much more, fill more Pro Mix, fill it right up to here, more support for my seedling. If they stretch much more than that, then I got to use some kind of wire or something to hold the seedlings up. So right now I'm just going to top up every one of my cups up to the green leaves that I see on the plant. So I'm just going to reach in right now and just with my Pro Mix and just kind of come in, go around the seedling like this a little bit and just give it some more support. Good thing about this is all these bare stems that you see on these seedlings, I'll do a nice one. I'll do a close-up one on the one plant that's really stretching a lot. The good thing about doing this is that on this whole seedling little stem right here, the whole stem, if I can cover that with dirt or medium, it's going to grow roots out of all the way up to the greenness. Anything that's above the ground per se is not going to grow roots. Anything below the ground will grow roots. So I have to do a final transplant. And when I do a final transplant, I'll be transplanting right down to that green, the first set of leaves again, right? And even that's going to grow roots. So right now we just got to work on getting these plants nice and secure in their cups so they don't fall over like this one's about to do. This is one of the pineapple puckers, so that's nice. This is one of the Soulfire pineapple pucker seeds, just stretching like crazy. So I'm just going to support her a little bit better just by topping up my cup. If I were to fill my cup out full to begin with, I wouldn't be able to do this step right here. I'd have to use some kind of wire or something to hold that thing straight, you know, tie onto it somehow. Now I'm just backfilling it, topping up my solo cup, spreading it around real nice. keeping it center of the cup, or trying to keep it center-ish of the cup. Boom, that's way better. That's way better than what it was. And even once I start watering these plants, like actually giving them, like, instead of just using the squirt bottle like I am now, just a squirt bottle, once I start watering these plants, like drenching the soil, it's all gonna come down a little bit again. I'll be topping up once again, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep on topping the rest of these up, and that's all we gotta do for this step. Then we're gonna water it a little bit more with my spray bottle. I'm not soaking anything. I'm just gonna spray it with my spray bottle, keep that medium kind of dampish, not soaked. And then we're gonna wait. I'd say in about 2 days from now, I'm gonna be able to give them their first, like, I'm not gonna give them nutrients, but I can give them their first soaking with water, soak the whole cup. And then I'll leave it for probably 2 or 3 days. And I'll let all these roots just search these solo cups to find any little trace of water that's in there. I want these roots to be searching for water. I don't want the roots to just have abundance all around them. They need to, like, start digging, searching. Like, that's how you build the plant. That's how you get it strong. I'm not starving it. I'm making it work. I'm gonna make my plant work. Bigger the roots, the bigger the fruits. So this stage, what we're doing right now is building roots. Right now it's already, you'll be surprised. These things aren't like big or anything, but their little root system is already really expanding down there. It's opening up. Like, I could pull one out just to show you guys, but I don't want to do it because I won't be using all these seedlings. But just trust me that already there's a root system being established with these plants. So it's just nice that, like, every one that I put into the solo cups have popped through. When you saw that I took it out of the can lung buster, they weren't really germinated that well, but I still threw them in the cup. I put 2 in 1 cup. Nothing's coming out of it. There is a little head of the seedling that I can see down there, but it's not coming through. So I don't think that cup's gonna do. I think that's gonna be the only ones that don't germinate. But here's my other lung buster right here. And as you can see down there, it's starting to open up. The shell is gonna come through. So I'm definitely gonna get a lung buster, which is good because I want to do a lung buster on this table, lung buster and a pineapple pucker on my SCROG frame table here, the platform SCROG. Let's just keep going with this. It's this easy. It's really not hard to do this. Some people make it seem so complicated. Just a nice warm area, germinate the seeds, put them in a solo cup or whatever you use as a beginner cup. This is all I do, man. I've done it many ways, and many ways work. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It's just what you prefer, and it's really easy. Just don't complicate stuff. That's all, because it's really easy. The only thing I can recommend that's really, really, really important at this stage of growth that everyone should be aware of if you're a new grower is over watering. That's why I keep stressing. I want to keep my soil just dampish, not wet, and I'm using a spray bottle for the first, like, pretty much week of these plants' life. I'm just using a spray bottle. I just come in, spray the top of them, spray the soil as much as I kind of feel comfortable with. I don't soak anything. I make sure my cup stays kind of light right now. They don't need a lot of water. That's what kills seedlings, is people over watering. Because right now you'll be like, it's not growing that fast. Like, look how little it is. Like, I thought it should be a lot bigger than this by now. But really, that's what people think. And then they're like, but it's so light. It's probably thirsty. It's probably needs so much. So then they just soak the thing. And then the plant just drowns because it doesn't have enough roots to drink that water. And the little roots that it does have are now submerged in water and going to drown. So that's why I said in about 2 days from now, I'll probably be able to give these plants their first nice, good drink. I keep my spray bottles all like pH, like around 6.1, 6.2. I don't even think that really matters. Like, I could probably use water straight from my tap, and at this stage it wouldn't even do anything. But when I give them their big soakings, yeah, that's when I start pHing my water and looking at all that kind of stuff. I won't be feeding these plants for at least 2 weeks, maybe next week and a half, like around there. This plant right here hasn't stretched that much, so I'm not gonna put much in here yet. This is one of my black sugars, but she's healthy. She's just not as fast as some of the other ones. Okay, so now we're at this stage. These are my 2 lung busters. Hopefully this one here takes off in the next couple hours. You'd be surprised. That thing it moved a lot within the last few hours. That moved a lot. Okay, so now we're done topping them up. So what I'm gonna do now is just use the spray bottle. So I'm gonna go around. So now I'm just going to go around, and I'm gonna get the medium that I just put in there damp or wet. without like, I don't want to spray too hard because then you're gonna send dry medium everywhere. So I just go nice and light at first, and then you can start kind of giving it some good squirts here. But like this is super dry stuff. Like it's been sitting there for like quite a while, probably like a year. So just give it a nice couple little squirts, get it damp on top so you don't send dust all over the place. And then you can start really just giving her on it. And then this is like, we're getting pretty close now. I'll be transplanting. I'm gonna use 5-gallon pots this time. I used 3-gallon pots last time, but I'm gonna see if I can, like, if I use 5-gallon, I'm gonna see if the dry back would be a little bit slower, because like I didn't want to, it sucked watering every single day. Maybe with 5-gallon I might get away with every other day, but we'll see. It depends how big these roots actually get, right? That's what it's all about. And we'll be using cocoa eventually. I just like to start my seeds in Pro Mix. I always have. Like I've always started my seeds, not like, I wouldn't say just Pro Mix, but it's always been like perlite and peat moss. I've always started seeds in perlite and peat moss. There's so many different brands here in Canada with peat moss and perlite. I just got used to starting my seeds that way. And then when I transplant, I just put this right into the cocoa, and I never had an issue doing that. So I'll come in here again like probably 2 hours from now, and I'll do this again, because a lot of this is just gonna like get soaked right in. So I just want to keep it damp, right? I'm just gonna get the surface here real nice, let it all get established, settle a little bit, and then I'll come in and I'll do it again. And then I'll probably do it again after I just said in like a couple days, after I do that main big watering. I'll be back in here topping up the solo cups with some more Pro Mix, and then we're pretty much off to the races. As soon as you give them that first big drink and they drink it all, and your solo cup becomes super light, which I'll show you guys. I'll do it all. We're gonna see it all in this SCROG School episode 1 right now. This is basically just getting my plants started, healthy, and ready to thrive. This is how we do it. All right, that's it. I'm happy with this for now. We're gonna let them all do their thing, and we'll check back in a couple of days. Okay guys, so it's been a few days since we've done our germinating, popping through the soil, backfilling the cups. Now I need to put some ties on my plants because a few of them are getting too long and they're starting to fall over the edges of the cup. So I already went ahead and I did one earlier, as you can see, just like that. This one's lying in its own, right there we go, right there. So just something simple like that is what I'm gonna do. There's a few of them here that I gotta do it too. Here's one right here that's actually like lying right down flat. She needs to come up. This is a pineapple pucker. Okay, so this is how I do this. This is super easy. I just grab some ties. These are just any kind of soft and durable multi-purpose tie. That's what this is called. Just cut off a nice little chunk of it. What I try to do first is I'll grab it and I'll make like a little circle in it, kind of like that right there. And then when I try to do this, I try to go for like the edge of the cup, because the roots are probably all around in here right now. So if I go to the edge, it's probably going to be a good spot to get in there. Okay, then we can manipulate this tie down a little bit, gently bring the stem of the seedling right back up here, put it in the loop that you made, just like so, and then kind of support it just like that. That's all it needs. That's all it needs right here. Just a little bit of support to keep it standing straight. In a few days, this stem's gonna be strong enough to support itself. So we'll set that one here. I wanna do another one to this one. This one is pretty nice, it's stretchy, but I'm kind of thinking it's gonna flop over here. Not now, but soon. So let's just give her a little tie down here. We'll make a little loop, something like that. Try to aim for the outside of the cup. You can bend your tie in and just gently hold on to it, just like so. Okay, she's not going anywhere now. Set that aside. Let's see any ones I need to do still. So everything pretty much popped except for a few of our long busters. This one is pretty much done. I don't know what this one is. This is a sugar cane. It's not healthy. I'm gonna give it some water to see if I can bring it back. It's one of my only seeds that kind of just took a shit on me. We still have this one right here. We still have this one lung buster. We gotta keep it alive. We gotta keep it going, keep it happy, keep it healthy. I have one weird one that's acting really weird. I think it's this one here. This is another one of my pineapple puckers. But it's kind of growing, kind of funky, with a couple little pops coming off it. You gotta keep your eye on that plant. Oh, but everything else is coming along really well. Now, I hope you guys can hear me good because I did not turn my mic on for this one, but I have other mics that we can use. So, all right guys, well, that's just a quick update for now. I have given them some water. I gave them their first drench of water there a few days ago. I'm not going to water them again for at least a couple days from now. Pretty soon they're going to start kind of taking off, and really thriving. Thank you, everybody. Let's just keep it going. All right, guys, we're moving right along now. So things are really popping in here. My plants are getting big enough. I'm gonna give them a full big drink right now, and we will be transplanting here in a couple days. So I just want to kind of show you guys what's going on in here. Okay, so I have my plants in rows right now. So like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, all the same strain going down. This is my pineapple pucker, or actually this is my lung buster right here. These are the 2 lung busters. I had 3, but the 3rd one wasn't doing good at all. This one's just kind of making it. I don't have to give this one much water, so you can see the soil is still kind of dark and dampish compared to, say, this one over here. The soil's like a lot lighter. You might not be able to see it in the camera that well, but that's the difference there. But what I need to do, oh yeah, this one here, I have another one that's kind of one of my sugar cane, kind of a little runty. I'm probably not going to transplant it or even worry about this one anymore. But everything else, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm only picking 1 of each, so I'm just going to keep on growing them until I can figure out which one's the best one. Obviously, this is going to be the best sugar cane. It's just a beautiful plant already, I can tell, so that's going to be my one there. This is probably going to be my number 1 lung buster, I imagine, is going to be right here. But we'll pick all those out when we do the major overall transplant. So right now, I just got to do some watering and we're set. I have some pH water. I pH it to 6.1. And I'm just gonna put it in here to make it easier for me to pour it into the solo cups. And then let's go from there. Okay, so we're gonna start right at the far edge, right over here at this far edge here. Fill it up, let it sink in there, pretty much until I get a little bit of runoff. That's what I'm going for this point now. I'm just gonna get the whole medium wet. These plants are almost big enough now. This one's not, this one's probably one of my little runty ones, so that's probably good for that one. It's gonna start running off there. Okay, this is probably gonna be my keeper. I'm thinking this is gonna be the keeper for the black sugar. Super light, the cup, they drink a lot of water and they're gonna love this. I also have stopped giving them 24/7 light. I'm on an 18/6 schedule now with my light. I only do that for the first week. I put it on 24/7 for the first week, and then after that, there we go, got some good runoff on that one. After that, it's just gonna be 18/6 until flower time. Why do I do that? I'm not too sure. I've just always done it that way. There's no science. I'm not scientific like that. I don't know. This is just how I've always kind of done it. I'm just gonna keep on doing how I do it, and it's been working out for me. That's the first row. That was the black sugar. This one right here is gonna be I think my keeper of my pucker punch. It's really nice, good shape. So I still want to add the water too fast, or else it's not going to go in there that well and just spill over the edges. So I'm just going nice and slow. It's probably good for that one. This is their first major soaking. I did give them a nice good watering, but nothing to the point of runoff or anything like that. So this is their first major watering, which I have a feeling that they're gonna love it. All these ones, pineapple pucker, they're all keepers. I'll be able to keep them all. So maybe I'll see them spilling over there too fast. So maybe I'll know someone that would like to have a couple seedlings over the winter to run them in their tent or something, right? Just backfill that a little bit there. Beauty, nice and heavy now. Okay, so moving on to this is my sugar cane. This plant's not as big as the other ones, but she's healthy and it is super light. So that tells me that it's drinking all the moisture, all the water that I gave it before. It's finished it all up. So let's just keep on giving it some more. Okay, fill up my jug here. Okay, this one's a little runt. I'll give it watered, might as well. It has drink and everything, it's super light. We'll see what it does. I'm probably just wasting my time right now because I don't think I'm gonna keep it anyway. Because like I said, I'm only keeping the best one of the 3 that I germinated. I could keep it, I could baby it, that plant will live, that plant would do its thing if I looked after it, but I'm looking for ones like this. Same strain, same thing, this is a sugar cane, so I'm looking for ones that are thriving. And this plant right here in my hand, it's a thriving one, so I have a feeling that obviously this is gonna be the one that I do in the end. Let's bring it over here and give you a quick look at that. Beauty. She's doing real nice. So yeah, this is obviously probably gonna be my keeper. Everything popped except for the only ones I had trouble with is these ones here, which is the lung buster. I had a bit of trouble with the lung buster, that's it. But everything else popped great. One of the lung busters, all 3 of them did germinate, but the one was super stunted, super shitty, so I actually just pulled it and killed it. I had 2 in this one cup, so I just kept the stronger one. This one here is doing really well, so I'm gonna keep this one here for sure. Super dry, so I gotta water it a lot slower than what I am, just to let it start taking in the water. I'll continue doing this for about probably I'd say a week. I'm gonna keep them in their solo cups, and then I should be able to transplant. This one fell out of this little holder, so I'll put it right back in there. Kind of wants to go this way. I have a little bit of wind blowing on them. Not a lot of wind, but there's just a little breeze. I'll get down low and show you the camera on how much movement I'm looking for. Okay, so that's good. Nice runoff there. Gonna leave these guys for a good couple of days, and just they're not gonna need water for at least probably, I'd say 3 days. 3 days I'll probably have to water them again. Right now you can see the leaves are all kind of going droopy on them a little bit. The leaves are just starting to droop down because now they're actually sucking up some water at this moment, which is kind of cool, right? That's how it all works. So I'm just gonna leave everything as it is. Maybe I'll put a little tie on this one right here. She is leaning quite a bit. So I have my nice rubber plant ties right here like we did in the last video. Take a little piece off there. I make a little band right away. Stick it in the side of the cup. I try to anyways. Bring the plant to it. Set her in just like that. Keep it straight coming out of the cup. Well, try your best to anyways. Perfect. That's it, guys. On to the next one. Next, I think we'll be doing is transplanting. I think that's it for this first episode. I just want to show you guys the germination, show you how I do everything. Everything's kind of taking off now. And then the next episode, we're going to be doing transplanting and probably a little bit of early training. So yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching the first episode, and I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, so that's basically it. That's an easy way to germinate. If you're a brand new grower, watch that video right there. You should pretty much have it down pat. The one thing that I can't stress enough is the watering. That's the killer in seedlings. That's where people struggle the most, is over watering, because like that seedling can't keep up with how much moisture is in there if it doesn't have any kind of root base built, right? So like if you just watch that video, I was using that spray bottle a lot, and like just starting to build that, like just building a little bit of a root base in there. And then you give it more water on the sides, let those roots search and start digging that solo cup out. So that's like the main tip, man, is over watering your seedlings, you're going to kill them. I did see a few questions pop up, so I'm going to come over here real quick, and I am going to, oh, this thing's not on follow mode. Let me see here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to come over here, and I'm going to answer a few of those questions that I noticed pop up. Okay, so here we go. New grower here. Do you recommend building a SCROG frame for a 5x5 tent, or just use the tent supports on my trellis? Okay, that's a good question. I get that question a lot. If you want to SCROG the way that I SCROG, I would definitely suggest building a frame, just like what I did in my 4x4 Biblical Sun tent here. I actually built a frame in here, right? So like you can use the tent poles, but if you use the tent poles, you got to think of what kind of like screen you're going to use on those tent poles. A lot of people just put the elastic bungee kind of screen on the tent poles, right? They think that's going to work. That's going to work. Sometimes it could, but really, to be honest, that thing is going to stretch. It's going to flex. It's going to throw off the canopy. It's not going to be a nice, even canopy if you, like how it would be if you build your own frame. Because your own frame, you can tighten the string. You can like, there's so much you can do with your own frame. You can hold the frame down so it doesn't push up on the screen. There's so much you can do with the frame. Like, it's not just there to like how do I explain this? Like, there's so many uses to the frame that you're going to see in SCROG School Season 6. Like I use my frame to hold the plants down. I use the frame to actually train the plants. I use the frame to keep my screen tight so that it doesn't like get all flexy and throw off my canopy. I can use the frame to tighten the poles that my screws are on, to tighten down the string just by turning the frame, like the bars on the frame. So like the bars on the actual frame, like if these ones with the screws in them, I can grab that and twist it and make the string tighter. Also with my frames, it's not on this one, but I usually have a 4-way T on the corners, so I can even add a second run on the screen and build another one if my branches take off on me. You can do the same thing in a tent by attaching 2 trellises to the tent poles, but you're just not going to have that even canopy. You're going to, and a lot of those screens aren't 3 inches hole diameter. A lot of them are 4 inches. So it makes it really more difficult to SCROG the way that I SCROG and the way that a lot of other people SCROG. So I highly recommend you to build your own frame. I'm not just saying that because like this is the way that I teach it, the way that I always taught it. And like honestly, I think I was the first one to even ever make a screen like this, to be honest with you guys. I used to build screens like this 20 years ago when I used to be a heating and air conditioning guy. I would take all the air conditioning drain pipe and I'd build frames out of it for SCROGs. And this was like when I was 16 years old, and I'm 40 now. So I've been building frames like this for a long time. And I just honestly think it's the way to go. In the last like 4 years or so, I did start adding the 4-way T to it. That's relatively newish for me, but I think it's a great idea to add that 4-way T. You can see it on all my screens, and we're gonna like on this frame, on this platform SCROG right here. This is a platform SCROG right here. Basically, I'm building a frame off of this, and that's where I'm gonna show my. That's where I'm like gonna show people how I. So let me see here for a second. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to build a frame off this. I'm only going to have 2 plants on this, one under this light and one under this light. I'll have 2 screens built out of it, and I'm just going to SCROG 2 plants right here. I'm going to SCROG 1 plant right here, and then I'm going to SCROG another plant in this 4x4 tent. The 4x4 tent, I'm kind of deciding on how much I'm going to show it in SCROG School, because I'm also going live on the VivoSun YouTube channel once a month, and I might save this tent for that show. So if you guys want to see updates on this SCROG, you might have to come to that show once a month on the VivoSun YouTube channel. Okay, but for now, I do want to do something with some plants here. I do this like probably 2 times a week. If I have pests, I'll do it more, but this stuff will make me not have pests. This is IPW from Athena. In the States, it's called IPM, but in Canada, it's called IPW. So this stuff is like a plant wash, but at the same time, this stuff also will kill any kind of pest that you have in your room. It will also kill and cure powdery mildew. Like it will cure powdery mildew. It'll kill it on your plant, and then it will cure your plant from it. So if you have PM, man, this stuff is what you want. If you have thrips, this stuff is what you want. If you have fungus gnats, this is what you want. I'm telling you, this stuff is excellent. So I use it as a preventive maintenance. So I mix 20 milliliters of IPW per 1 liter of water. And then I just use this is an awesome VivoSun sprayer. I just use this sprayer to apply it on. I'm going to grab the plant right now that's in my VivoSun tent, and we're going to give this a nice little spray down. Okay, so this is one of the plants now. They're obviously huge, right? I've already done my initial training. If you guys can see, I'll bring this over to the camera a little bit more. Let me come over here so I can see what's going on. Okay. So as you can see, where's the top of the plant? It's kind of hard to figure out the top because I've already trained it. The top is right here, but I've already trained this plant that now all these lower nodes, here's the first node on the plant. This right here, I'm going to go to this cam. Let me switch cams. I'm going to go to this cam for a sec. Okay, so this node right here, that's the top, that's the lower node of the plant, the lowest one right there. It's almost the highest one right now. So that's coming up. Next episode is all about transplanting and training. My favorite. I love training plants. It's like sometimes I could just grow a plant, train it, and then be like, okay, like I'm done with this plant, send it to the next person to like fire it out and do what they want. I just love training plants. Okay. And all these plants are doing so good. Like we're going to have some good plants this season. That's for sure. I still have 2 of them in a solo cup, believe it or not. This is day 18. I started these plants like on the first, the beginning of this month is when I pretty much started all these plants. So this solo cup plant has been in here for 18 days. It's probably it's super light. I gotta give it some water, but she's doing really nice in there still. So what kind is this one? This is one of the, Oh, this is one of the black sugars. So actually, I'm probably going to transplant this plant and keep it because this is a black sugar from Seedsman Genetics. And like, I did a black sugar before and it was amazing. The only thing is that I didn't scrog it, which I said in that video. I never scrogged it. So I want to scrog one now. All right, so let's spray this stuff. So I sprayed it like kind of down inside the pot just to make sure that it's not like coming out like real fast. Like, so it's like going to spray everywhere. It's just got a nice mist. So this is a nice VivoSun 15-ounce water sprayer. This thing's fucking actually sweet, and I use it a lot. Outdoor gardens, walk around there, spray this IPW on my outdoor gardens too, and all my berry vines, like anything. This stuff is some good shit right here. So when I do this, guys, I like to start from the bottom plant, like the bottom of the leaves first. If I was to spray the top of my leaves right now, they would all start going droopy and clawing. Not clawing as in a bad thing, but clawing because they act like they just got a bunch of water, and you know how they kind of shrivel up when that happens? Well, then it's hard for me to get underneath. You want to get above and below. So the best way to do this is to start below. So I always start aiming up. We're just gonna move this here for a second. Okay, so if you just want to switch cams, I'm going to spray from the bottom up first. Try to get the bottom of my leaves. You want to do this like an hour before your lights kind of come on normally, but my lights are turning off here pretty much like as soon as this episode's over, my lights go out. So I'm not too worried about this now. You're not going to burn the plants. If I had it like on high, crazy intensity on my lights, I wouldn't be doing this with a lot of lights on, but you're not going to do anything. Like I've done this with my lights on, nothing happens to my plants. But with that being said, it depends on what kind of lights you have, how intense your lights are, how close your lights are to the plant. There's so many factors, right? I just know. So I'm just going to walk around and give this thing a nice little wash, because that's what this is a plant wash, leaf wash. Photosynthesis cleans the leaves right up. But at the same time, it will prevent any kind of pests from wanting to come in this room or anywhere near these plants. Also, it smells kind of good too. So that's about it. I'm just going to get them nice and shiny, just like this right here. Just a nice shine to them. Beautiful plant right there, eh? And this plant is, I don't even know what it is. Let's check it out. Gotta find the tag on the thing. All right, here. This is this is a sugar cane from In-House Genetics right here. Beautiful plant. Going back in the VivoSun 4x4 tent with the AW400 SE. This is the quantum board light, 400 watts. It's kind of cool, man, because it has fans in the top that blow down on your plant. I've never seen a light like that before. So we're going to get into that, though. We're going to get into the lights more, and let's just pick another plant here real quick to give a little wash to as I answer another question. Thanks, everyone, for sticking around, man. I really appreciate all you guys and girls. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a while since I've had a straw school, especially been a while since I had a straw school on my own channel. That's the thing. I've been having straw schools all over the place, just not on my home channel. So it's kind of nice to be back here, to be honest with you. I don't feel as much as like I have to like make these people happy. I gotta do this, you know. I just feel like I can just chill out, man. I kind of do my own thing and talk to you guys, and so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Is look for some comments, questions. How long did I float the seeds for? The seeds, I put them in that can. Woke up the next morning and they all sunk. They're all at the bottom of the can. So that means that the shells cracked, water got in, they sunk, right? So I just emptied out that water, filled it up to the next setting, and then I started the process. So really, it was just overnight. Question. Oh, is it an organic or synthetic run this time? I'm doing a synthetic run this time. This is going to be the organic, or this is going to be the Athena blended line we're doing this time. Question. When do you switch from 24/7 to 18/6 with my lights after they germinate from the seeds? That's a good question. And to be honest, like I don't even know why. I don't even know why I do it that way, because like it's just what I was taught when I was young, to be honest, by my mom, and it's what I've kind of been sticking with. As soon as those seedlings are like breach the soil 24/7, I feel like it just gives them a little bit of a kickstart to like get going, you know, like they look at all the light here. Oh my God, this is crazy. Let's grow. And then once they do that for about a week, then I start giving them a little bit of rest and letting like rest happen, right? So some people grow 24/7 during the whole veg cycle, 24/7, the whole veg. And then when they flip to flower 18/6, that's when they change the light cycle, right? Some people are 24/7 the whole way through. I believe that plants need a little bit of sleep, because when you see the lights go out, you actually see the leaves kind of droop down, like they do. They actually droop down. I think that's them relaxing, man. All day they're like stressing out, trying to get into the sun, and the lights go out. They're like, oh, thank God, we can go sleep for a bit. Then they come back on, they fucking start doing their thing. So like, I really believe that sleep is good, but I'm not a scientist. Oh, I would love to know, when is the V cure due out? Oh shit, I don't know for sure, but that's something that I'm definitely keeping my eye on. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of jumped on board with VivoSun here, is because they are coming out with some new cool products. And they really are like thinking about the community. They want to get in the community more. They want to like, they've been around for a long time, right? I've heard of VivoSun forever. But now they're starting to really come out with some new good stuff. The V Cure is going to be one of them. And like, I've been chatting with them, and they have other great ideas for us home growers that we can really use. But I'm not going to say anything, because those are just ideas right now, but they're ideas that are like taken very, very seriously. So there could be some wicked stuff coming up here. Just to throw that out there. Okay, let's give this paint a quick wash. But yeah, the V Cure is going to be sick, man. I can't wait for it. Any return of the Discord this season? Yeah, you know what? I am going to start another Discord this season. My last one got deleted from me. But yeah, 100%, I'm going to start another Discord. That was horrible. We had like almost 1,500 or 1,700 people in there. And I feel even more bad because a lot of community members ran that Discord. I didn't even fucking run it because like it was kind of confusing for me. Discord, man, I couldn't really get my head wrapped around it. But I had a few awesome friends, I can say, that actually kind of ran the Discord, and like I feel bad that it kind of just went away like that. But I'm going to start it up again, and then we'll start having detention again. But that stuff's all going to come in the future. This is just the first episode. I kind of want to get it out of the way, and then it's game on again. Like once I start growing, I start producing content really good. I did take some time off here because I did have a few health issues come up that kind of sucked. And also I want to enjoy some time and do stuff before I got right into growing again and dedicate myself for another 4 months straight without doing anything, basically. So I wanted to like go salmon fishing. I wanted to smoke salmon. I cooked some briskets. I smoked some briskets. I fucking did a whole bunch of cool shit. But I also had a few health scares along the way as well. So, but we're back now, and we're gonna kill it this run. I got inspired when I went to Mary Jane, Berlin. I got inspired by all the Germans there because a lot of them came up to me and really acknowledged me in SCROG school and were so appreciative about it, right? That like that's why I'm kind of doing it at a later time. I want to really focus on new growers again, you know, and like explain these steps super basically, like super basic, because I am basic, man. Like I'm a hands-on learner. I learn way better with my hands than I do, say, reading from a book. If I was shown how to do something, I can do it. So I'm going to show people that are just like me, hands-on learners, how to SCROG just like the same way that I do. Next episode is going to be amazing because I've already have it almost done, as you can see, and it just has a lot of plant training, which is key. Plant training is key because even if you're not a SCROGger, you still want to plant train. You still want to train your plants at a young age because you want that canopy to be kind of going horizontal for a while, right? You don't want to just go vertical the whole time. So, okay, so I might as well get this out of the way. So why is everything switching from AC Infinity to Vivo Sun now? Well, it's because things change in life, right? Like, I'm not going to sit here and knock AC Infinity. I'm not going to sit here and pump up Vivo Sun. Opportunities come and opportunities go. So for me, an opportunity left, but another opportunity came, which is great, right? I'm not going to sit here and say bad things about AC Infinity because they did a lot of good stuff for me. That they opened up a lot of opportunities for me. Lots of amazing experience happened to me because of AC Infinity. They helped me with their platform. I did SCROG School 2 seasons on their YouTube platform. They have a pretty big following, and there was like almost 400, 500 people in every episode. So I'm nothing but grateful to everyone that has worked with me in the past and present and future, right? So nothing bad, nothing crazy. It's just different opportunities came, and this is the path that I decided to take this time. So I'm going to go down the Vivo Sun road, and I like what they have coming in the future. I like where their main people. I like where their heads are at. They're thinking community, man, which is really important. And they are going to start working with a lot of us around the space that you guys are going to see here the next few months. There's going to be a lot of us that are starting to work with Vivo Sun because they're interested in building their brand with the community and just helping all of us home growers and getting us better, man, better equipment, better stuff, better prices, better shipping, just a bunch of stuff like that. What's the best natural way to get rid of spider mites? I'm honestly, I never had spider mites. Thank God, knock on wood right here, because I would never want spider mites. They are the worst. I've had friends with spider mites, but I'd try that IPM stuff, man, from Athena. I'd try it because like it kills everything else. So I'd give it a try. I really would give it a try. So why is everything switching from? Okay, we got that one. Okay. Okay, so what kind of lights am I using? Yeah, so this one over here is the 400 watt. This is called the Arrow Wing 400 watt SC. I only have it on I think it's like at 50% right now because I'm just in veg, right? So I don't have it cranked or anything. It's at 50% right now. And the other lights I have are called the AW. I have it written down here because it's a weird name. It's the VW4, or there it is, VSFD 650. But that's these ones right here, the light bars. They're brand new to me, so I'll get used to them. I need to learn them. I need to use them a few times and dial them in. Right now I have these ones are also at 50%. So these are all at 50% right now. The spectrum, I don't really know what the spectrum is right now. I have a PDF meter, but I haven't put it on it yet because my plants are looking great. I don't see any issues happening. So when I don't see bad things happening, I just keep rocking the way that I go. So they are full spectrum lights. They do obviously veg, they do flower, they do all of that. So we're gonna see. We're testing them out for SCROG School season number 6, first time using them, and I have a feeling by the way the plants are looking right now that they're gonna do pretty good. They're loving the veg. That's 100% for sure. They're loving the veg. Yes, IPM all the way, Cole. It's good stuff, man. What channel are you doing aside from here? Starting next month, I'll be doing a live once a month on the Vivo Sun channel. And then we also have a show called Strange Sessions over on the Seedsman YouTube channel. That actually episode number 2 airs this Sunday. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday on Seedsman YouTube channel. That's the second episode of our Strange Sessions show. So we're going to be over there on Seedsman Seeds, and then like I said on Vivo Sun, we're going to be doing like a bunch of updates on this 4x4 tent and just a bunch of other kind of growing and stuff like that. Okay, so let's man, see, I just sprayed a plant and I don't even know which one it was because it's already dried up and gone. I think, yeah, it's this one. Okay, so let's bring out this bad boy. We're just gonna wash a couple. Oh, hour and 10 minutes. We're killing it. All right, guys. Well, you guys need to write hashtag Seedsman. Hashtag Seedsman in the comment section to get in on a giveaway for this episode. Time flew by, man. I can't believe it. It's already past an hour. But like I said, it's on my channel this time, so I'm not really in a big rush. I don't have to sweat it, right? This is just, I can just do what I want to do, really. No obligations. So, like I said, I'm starting from the bottom, and then I'll just do a nice spray on the top of everything. Done. They honestly, they love this stuff. I'm not even kidding. They absolutely do love it. All right. But when you're using this stuff right here, this IPW, you definitely want to wash your hands, wash everything, because I think it's not good for you. Definitely not good for you. So you don't want to get that in your mouth or spray it in your face or something like that. You want to wash stuff. That's why I use gloves when I'm spraying with that stuff. I definitely use gloves, and I'll wash out that sprayer real good. I'll wash off my stainless steel table and that tray, my working tray, and just make sure everything is nice and clean. But with the IPW, it even tells you in the book, like in the Athena handbook. Let me see here. It tells you all about the IPM, how much you want to use it, preventive maintenance for pressure if you already have bugs, a whole bunch of ways. This book is sick. If you guys don't know, if you guys are using Athena already and you don't have the handbook and you're using Athena nutrients, you have to get this book. You have to get this book. It explains so much too, not just about your mixing procedures, but it just explains so much stuff. Like the book is just full of really, really good information. But we can go over that another day too. All right, guys, we're gonna run that giveaway right now. So if you're like spamming the chat, typing it 100 times, it's not gonna work. It's only gonna work once. You just gotta type it in once, and then you're good. So whenever you want to hit that draw button, good luck to everybody. Default behavior. Good job. Thank you so much for being here. You just won yourself a season package. I don't know exactly what they're going to send you, but I'm pretty sure you're going to get some beans. You're going to get some merch from them because they love to give some merch with everything as well, right? So congratulations. Just got to fix a few things here. There we go. Yeah, so congratulations. Thank you so much for being here. That's just one giveaway for this episode. We're going to have a lot more coming up throughout the episodes. I'll get Vivo's son to give some giveaways happening. Athena does giveaways, but Seedsmen are going to do a giveaway every single episode. They always have. They always will. They've been a sponsor of SCROG School since the day one of SCROG School. They were the original sponsor. And that's why I'm loyal to Seedsmen, man. I grow whatever they have on their website. And I appreciate that because they have a lot of good stuff on their website. So every time I see something new come along, like say Soulfire, like that's kind of newish on their website, right? So when I see Soulfire come, boom, that's what I want to grow next. Even in-house genetics, I haven't ran them yet. They're on Seedsman. Super excited to run them. So that's how that all works out. So default behavior, you need to let's say, email me at northernscrogger@gmail.com. Take a picture of your profile page on YouTube, like your profile page on YouTube. Take a screenshot picture of that. Send me an email at northernscrogger@gmail.com, and then I'll get you in touch with Seedsman. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. And that's it for episode 1. Wow, it's been a while. I'm kind of feel like I'm getting in the role, getting in a rhythm now. I almost want to like start scrogging and start tucking right now or something. Like I feel like I'm in work mode, but it feels good to be back. It really does. It feels good to be back, and it feels good to have everyone showing up like this. It means so much to me. So thank you, and I can't wait to start really giving her. Which next episode in 2 weeks from now is going to be a lot of cool learning, a lot of plant training, transplanting, all that stuff is going to be happening next episode. So, everyone, thank you again so much for being here. Much appreciated. And always remember to keep on tucking.